Hi everybody, welcome back. Welcome to the bedroom. I don't know if I've ever filmed a video sitting in the bedroom like this, but it's so nice because we finally have a dresser and it's not just this empty corner of piling, heaping crap that has been here forever. So it feels good to like be in a nice little setup, and I just wanted to sit and chill with you and have a little chat and talk about my monthly favorites. And it feels so good to be able to do that in our big windows, because ironically enough, the one room in the house that I would want to be the darkest is the brightest room in the house. So it's nice. I'm very happy to be sitting here today. So I wanted to chat with you guys about some of my things that I've been loving for the month, some things that I've used up, and kick off our first official monthly favorites video of the new year. So I'm thrilled. And I actually have a few little tips and tricks from you guys that I'm gonna start with, because I had posted a little beauty empties video, and I posted this on Instagram, but then I also posted it on Shorts. So for those of you, I know there's not all of you are on all of the apps, but if you enjoy the YouTube Shorts, I know I've been like really against it since it came out, because I'm just like, long live the long form. But also, if I'm posting them on Instagram anyway, I figured I might as well upload them to Shorts. So I might not do it with all of them, but if you guys saw that, then let me know. But I posted a little beauty empties, and both on YouTube Shorts and also on Instagram. So many of you offered some fabulous tips. So I wanted to start with like my first favorite and empty, obviously, is my Bobbi Brown Bare Lilac Lip Serum Oil. This is gorgeous. I can't get enough of it. I've been raving about it, and I was literally like scraping the sides. And so many of you on my empties video said, oh, you can remove the stopper on the lip gloss and have more access to it. So I just wanted to say, I did this off camera because I almost sliced my hand off trying to do this with the scissors, but I did in fact remove the little stopper from it. And it was brilliant. I can literally, now it's like just an open gaping hole, and I can grab all of the gloss out of it. I still can't reach the bottom bit, but all this top bit, I was like, hell yeah. So I can use up the rest of it. And it's just, it is my favorite lip gloss that I've ever used in terms of formula, hydration, sheen. It just looks so glassy and juicy and delicious on the lips, but then it's also this like really cool tone, kind of lavender purple color. So it just makes your face look fresh. I love it so much, and I've been raving about it endlessly, and thanks to you guys and your fabulous tips, I can have a little bit more life out of this. So removing the stopper, look at that. I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that like before it's an empty, because I can't imagine how like gunky and gross that would be, and like, would the product fall out? I don't know, but brilliant. So I have a little bit more life to use out of this, so that was great. And then I wanted to mention the same thing about my Necessaire body lotion, because so many of you were saying to either saw it in half and use the rest. You could do that and like maybe put it into another container, or I don't know, put it in a Ziploc bag. I don't know, but yeah, there's like all the product on the sides. And so many of you said to take the Terra gun or like a massage gun and force all the rest of the product down into there. So I'm gonna be trying that at some point. But in that video, I had just wanted to say that I don't think I'm gonna buy body lotions in this format anymore, even though it's so convenient and I love it. And I love when I'm like wet or putting products on or out of the shower or whatever. I love having the pump. That is so nice, and it's so convenient having on the countertop. But I'd say that that was more of a preference, I guess, when my nails were a little bit longer. Now that I'm rocking the short nail life, I don't have as much of an aversion to dipping my hands into containers as I did previously. So I'm gonna try that little massage gun tip and see if it works. But until then, I just wanted to say that I had picked up the Necessaire body cream, which is so beautiful. And this was my first time trying this. I think I had mentioned that I picked it up back in December. I don't know, but I was waiting till I used that one up. And dare I say that I prefer this formula. It is so wet. It's like a lotion serum. Like, it feels so much more juicy and hydrating on the skin. And as an overall formula, I'm like, hell yeah. And so you have to get your fingers a little dirty dipping in here, but now I can scrape every last morsel and molecule out of here. And this is the unscented one. It just literally smells like plain lotion, but this was a beautiful discovery. Was so thrilled to have pulled that out. So that's also a new favorite, following up from that little conundrum there. Even though I'm sad because I love the Santal scent so much. I have to check if they have some other scents in that body cream, because I would rather repurchase that cream, because now I know I prefer the formula. Now, I don't want to bore you with all the same empties, just in case you did see that video, but I just thought I would mention them anyway. I used up the box of the Rose under eye patches, and a few people commented being like, why do you like eye patches in the first place? And I thought to myself, yeah, they don't really do anything or promise anything magical, but it's more so if you're feeling tired or you just want something to help wake you up in the morning, it's just nice to put that on. It's hydrating. They contain hydrating ingredients. It's basically like putting a little eye cream on. But then I also love to keep my eye patches in the fridge. So it's like a nice little cold blast. So I often do eye patches either if I'm like getting ready and just want to have a little bit of an extra pamper moment, or if I'm waking up at the crack of dawn and I just want something to jolt me awake. That's where I love keeping some eye patches in the fridge, and I put them on and it's like cold and so nice. So it's really more of just the ritual of it. You could also use like cucumbers or a cold cloth or rub some ice cubes underneath your eyes. Like there's so many different ways that you can do it. I just love eye patches. They make me feel something. But yeah, there's no magical promises that goes with them to be spending lots of money on them. So I just wanted to say that I used those up, and I really like them because they actually stuck onto the eyes. Beautiful. And then I used up my Lancome Hypnose mascara. Someone asked which one this is. It just says Lancome Hypnose. And I love the shade brown for my everyday makeup, and it's delightful. And I do have a backup waiting for me because I don't like to be without this too long. Sorry, I feel like I've like lost my voice. I was in Miami and we had a big night out, and you know when you're just like talking over music and you just lose your voice? Like that was me yesterday. Yesterday I was practically mute. You'll just have to deal with this husky deep voice for this video today. My other two empties were my SkinCeuticals Florentine CF, which is one of my favorite vitamin C's of all time. I always have one of these on hand, and I did make a big, oh my god, I did make a big SkinCeuticals order because I went to go repurchase this. I use the Florentine CF, Dan uses the CE Ferulic, and we are both out of it. So I went to restock our products, and I was combing through the SkinCeuticals website, and I just have to tell you, because I bought a few things. First of all, they had like a neck serum. I was like, I kind of want to try that, because if you have followed my videos for a really long time, you'll know that back in the day, I used the La Mer Neck and Décolletage Cream. And that was like, I don't even remember what it was. It was like a $400 or $500 cream. Absolutely insane. I had received it in gifting once and I repurchased it. And it was like, it was something I'll never do again. I mean, never say never. It's like one of the most succulent, I don't know what they put in it to make it so juicy, but it's such a beautiful neck cream. And anyway, I saw that SkinCeuticals had a neck cream, and I'm like, I'm so curious. I have to try this. So I'm gonna test it out just for funsies. But then I saw the two products that I used to be like religious about using from SkinCeuticals that I haven't used in such a long time. And that was the Resveratrol BE serum, the night serum, which I loved. I don't know how many bottles I've gone through of that. And then the retexturing activator. And I was like, hello, I'm talking about getting all these lasers and treatments done to deal with my skin texture, and I totally forgot that that was a product I used to use and love. Anyway, so I spent an arm and a leg on the SkinCeuticals website. So just letting you know, I have repurchased this and many other things being restocked from SkinCeuticals. So that was oh, you know when you just use up all your skincare products all at the same time and you're like, I'm sorry, how much was that? I can hardly complain. I definitely get a lot of products given to me in this life, okay? And I'm endlessly grateful. But yeah, that was a hefty restock. Anyway, so that reminded me of some old favorites. Then the La Roche-Posay Anthelios UV Air. Now, I don't remember if I bought this one in particular at the La Roche-Posay lab when we went to it, or if I just bought this in Paris in general. I think that this was the one that I had bought physically at the La Roche-Posay lab, which was very cool. That was so cool that we got to go see their factory and go and see their facilities, like so amazing. But it's one of those products that's not technically available in Canada. La Roche-Posay doesn't sell it itself. You can't buy it at like Shoppers or anything. There's a few random websites that I saw poking around. There's options, but I just wanted to say it's beautiful. It's a very, very moisturizing, very cooling, nice sunscreen option if you have dry or sensitive skin. This was beautiful, used up every last little drop of it. And I know it's a little tricky getting our hands on some SPFs here in Canada, but there's many that I have on the go that I'm gonna go through before I run to pick this up. But just know that this is one that I would absolutely repurchase in the future. And if you're looking for a new sunscreen and you're able to get that one, she's gorgeous. And I have to simply mention, again, the Orebella Eternal Roots fragrance. Now, between the Salted Muse and the Eternal Roots, like, I mean, I'm covered as far as amazing succulent fragrances goes, because there's a lot of perfumes that I love. I've been trying to, can you see my little tray there? I've been trying to make my way through some of the daily favorites. I put my daily favorites on the dresser there, and then I still have like the back stock in my cupboard, because there's just a lot of perfumes that I've tried in this world and a lot of scents that I love. It's kind of hard to narrow it down, but I don't know what it is about the Orebella scents. It's so unlike anything I've ever smelled before. Between this and the Salted Muse for like the summertime, this is like, I know that me sniffing it here on the camera doesn't tell you anything, but Eternal Roots is a good like vibe and feeling to describe this because it's warm, it's leathery, it's musky, there's a little bit of fruitiness. It's just everything. It's so great. I should have picked it up when I was in Miami, but I wasn't like near an Ulta, but I will definitely need to repurchase this because this is almost an empty. And these, I just really spray this on every inch of me that is available. It smells so great. Orabella has changed my life in terms of scents. They are so good and they're made with essential oils. So it's better if you have more sensitive skin, allegedly. And I haven't had an issue with it staining my clothes, which I know was a fear when I first used it and a fear of a lot of people going to try it. But yeah, I can't get enough of these. Can't get enough. Then the next little fave that I have to mention is actually a favorite. This is a random little tale. Just bear with me for a second. This is Dan's favorite because Dan has been absolutely loving the Ciclar little deodorants here. This is a brand that's created from like the OG YouTuber Claudia Saluski. Funny enough, I had received this in PR and I felt badly because I have no idea how they got my address, whom sent this product, but I opened it and I was like, oh, I am totally not aware and user of natural deodorants, okay? But Dan was really excited because he wants to use some natural deodorants. So this is his empty, okay? This is the Naked Neroli little Ciclar lovely deodorant. And I knew it was an empty and he was like, oh babe, like if you happen to see any more of those deodorants, I would love a restock. And I was like, perfect. And so I ordered him refills of the deodorant. And then at the same time, I had seen that they launched some hand creams and I was so excited. So I ordered myself a little hand cream and then ordered his cutie little deodorant restocks. And then again, out of nowhere, like my order came in and I was like, perfect, this is great. And then I received the PR package with the hand creams. And again, I'm like, who is sending this? Who has my contact? I've never like spoken to the Ciclar. Maybe I did and I just forgot, but I have no idea where this came from. I totally not realized that they were sending it. So now I've got doubles of the hand creams everywhere, but I just wanted to tell you that I had bought this myself and it is delicious. First of all, the packaging is so beautiful. It's just like such a pretty product to have sitting like on your counter in your bag. It's a little bit bigger than I would like for a kind of like carrying around in my purse option, but just for sitting on the counter. I've now put them in every single bathroom because they sent me all the flavors, but I had just bought one and it's the Bergamot Bond. Oh, it smells good. It's like fresh, evergreen, pine needles, heaven. Delicious, so beautiful, so hydrating, yeah, and really pretty. Just honestly, such a pretty color. So nice. I had to mention that because it's a new favorite and then also a continued favorite. If you're into, you know, fun little roll-on deodorant options, that one's great. But I'm just gonna stick to my little like secret antiperspirant, okay? If you like deodorants and you're avoiding antiperspirants, you can try that. Just know they have Dan's stamp of approval. For me, I need the antiperspirant, okay? Okay, just going for all of the lotions and potions here, had to shout out the Mirror Water Rub Solid Balm because this is a product that I have purchased and restocked. I'm never without it, but it's always on my bedside table. And so sometimes I do just forget to mention it or talk about it. It's one of those products that I always have and forget to let you guys know. But this is the Mirror Water Rub and this is the brand by Estee Lalonde. And this product is so gorgeous. And I realized I was talking to you in a recent video about my nail care, which we'll talk about more in a second. And I had gone to my bedside table and I was like, oh, I have this little cuticle oil and I have the little Dior cuticle rub, but I have this sitting there. This is always at my bedside table because I have very, very dry hands and also really dry feet. Oh my God, my feet are so disgusting. My toes, it just, you know, it's an issue. It's a problem. And especially in the winter time, now that it's been very, very cold, I am pulling this out more and more and more. So I have a hand cream, but before bed, I like to put something on that's a little bit more thick and also on my feet just to kind of hydrate. Sometimes my heels can get to like a cracky point and that's where I put this on and then I'll wear a pair of socks to bed. But it's just this beautiful like buttery texture. It's literally like the texture and you just rub it in and it's a product that has a nice experience. I don't really know how else to describe that, but I love the formula that it's in. I love the rub texture. I think it's so nice and it's just so hydrating on the skin and it has such a beautiful smell. I also have the body oil that I've been using as part of my like hydrating kind of tan removal routine, but Mirror Water, you know, I'm so excited for Estee because it used to be a little bit more difficult to ship it to Canada, but now it's available in a few spots. So you can get it on Revolve, it's available at Formula Fig, and I think there's a few other sites where you can buy it now. And my only request is that this rub come in a bigger tub. Rub-a-dub-dub, come in a bigger tub. But yeah, so pretty. She absolutely knocks it out of the park with the packaging. Beautiful. It's always at my bedside table. And it's a perfect little winter woes fixer. Like, it just makes your hands look so juicy and delicious. Now, speaking of nails, I know I just talked about this, but I just have to tell you guys the tragedy that happened with my manucurist products. First of all, thank you so much to everyone who recommended them. I ordered all of mine off of the Detox Market and they were fantastic. Like, I couldn't believe that I had never tried this. Again, I've just been living in this bubble of gel nail polish for so many years that I haven't really just ventured out into the natural nail world. And I have been very pleasantly surprised. And I just have to show you my nails. Here's a little nail update. You can still see the line from where the filing happens. And it's so funny because every time I say this, people are always like, it's the filing, it's not the gel that's doing it. And I'm like, I know that it's not the gel polish causing that, but it's the act of getting gel polish put on. So yes, when I get my nails done, they use the electric filer, which not all people who do nails use like an electric nail file. Some people do use a hand file, and I think that's much more gentle on your nail bed for sure. But when I get gel nails, they use an electric filer and it just rubs, and I just have this deep groove, and it's just removing layers of my nail away, and it's just making them so thin and brittle, and it's so sad. So you can see that line, but I am shocked. I'm shocked. Even if it's just been like a couple of weeks. No, it's been a month now. It's been a month. So we're a month in to my natural nail growth journey, and I have been cutting them and I've been filing them and keeping up with this manucurist polish. What a thrill! What a thrill! My nails have felt so much better already. It's crazy, the improvement. And I've only had the manucurist polishes for like a week and a half at this point. Maybe it's been a little bit longer. Brilliant, they're brilliant. But I had to tell you that I bought all of the fun little different versions. I really like the all-in-one polishes. So this one is Active Smooth, this one's Active Bright, this is the pinky one, this is the creamier one, and then I bought the Active Shine, which is the gorgeous sparkle that I have on my nails. And I went to paint them the night before I left to Miami, and I dropped, like butterfingers, I dropped the bottle and it shattered on my floor. You have no idea the cleanup. Blessed be, Dan was helping me clean it up, but I'm like, no, I need to paint my nails with this polish right now. And the glass bottle had shattered all over the floor, and there was just a pool of where the nail polish was. And I was like, Dan, I'm just gonna paint my nails out of this like shattered glass pile for a second because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I was literally leaving the next morning, so I was sitting there just painting my nails with the drippings that had dripped out onto the floor. So I like the Active Shine. That's my favorite. I have already repurchased it. I'm like, no, I need this in my life. I like to have a little bit of sparkle. So this is currently the last round that we have of it until my new one arrives, but it's so great. And I would like to just dedicate this entire video to those of you who recommended the manucurist products. How gorgeous, how wonderful. And I am just living in this natural nail moment, and I'm so excited. I just feel like, I feel pure, and I also feel like capable. Does that sound silly? I feel capable. I feel like my grip is back, my fingers are back, I have full motion with my hands, but also I'm like, oh, this is a nail routine that I can actually do and commit to and not be bothered by. Like, it just, what a joy. What a joy. I could smooch you all for this recommendation. Eat! Anyway, clearly that's like my favorite. So let me just whip through some of my other faves. I have to mention again, the Wonderskin Whimsical Lip Stain. It's so great. I'm a little bit concerned. I am curious to know like what the long-term effects of putting a kind of tingly stain on your lips would be, but the Whimsical shade is the perfect cool tone pink. It's like my lips but better. It's so easy to apply. It lasts all day long, and it's just been a perfect addition to my like everyday no makeup. Like, I'm wearing my little no makeup look right now. I just whip this on, put the little lip gloss on top, and we're off to the races. It's good if I have a tan on. It's also great when my skin is pale. So it's been a happy everything product. It looks like unicorn poo when you apply it. You wipe it off after a minute, and what a joy it's been. I've been loving that so much. And then as far as lip pencil favorites, which even if I put the lip stain on, I still sometimes put a lip pencil on top. Like, I feel like layering it up just adds more is more when it comes to the lips. But even if I'm not wearing the lip stain, these are the lip pencils that I've been reaching for. So obviously the Bifro Milk Chocolate, which is So gorgeous, created by Victoria, and I'm so excited for this to be available in North America soon. I will obviously keep you guys posted, but what a gorgeous chocolatey color, and it's not warm, it's a cool tone chocolate, so it's so pretty. Slightly deeper than our classic NYX Nude Beige, if you will, but still has that really beautiful, like true kind of like purpley chocolate undertone, which is gorgeous. And again, I can wear it even if I'm my most pale, you just blend it in, so pretty. And it is a pigment pencil, so you can use it all over the face as well. So that has been so gorgeous. And then I also wanted to mention the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner shade extension that they did. They came out with the shade Sepia, which is, I'd say, the equivalent of like the people who love MAC Stone and Makeup Forever Endless Cacao. Like Katie Jane Hughes raved about Endless Cacao forever, and it is so pretty, and I really love that like true ashy tone. What I love about this one is that it's like for pale gals. So if you like the idea of MAC Stone and Makeup Forever Endless Cacao, this is just slightly lighter than that. So it's that same like true gray vibe, but just not as deep as those other two. So it's just much more pale gal friendly and really pretty. Love that this is just like a classic lip liner as well, because I like classic pencils. That's my preferred formula for lip liners. So I've also been really loving that, and that was new in this month too. Now, as far as blush favorites, funny enough, I actually had filmed my top 5 blushes for the Revolve YouTube channel this month, and that just went live, which was very exciting. Revolve, thank you so much, I love you. It's been so fun making those videos, and thank you so much to everyone who also watches those and comments on those. It's kind of like I'm basically creating videos like curating products from the Revolve Beauty section. And I was so excited because I filmed that video and then discovered this, which has become like not just Revolve favorites, but like all favorites, which if you know, you know, I love my Laura Mercier liquid blushes. They're perfect. The shades are a little bit warmer. They're not as cool toned as I would prefer, which is why I love Nude Sticks Bareback so much. But this serum blush, the serum blurring liquid blush, it's so pretty, and it's called Baby Pink, but in the package it's purple. It's just straight purple. But because it has that slight purpley lilac tint, it just blends out into that perfect sheer pink on the skin. And again, for pale skin, if you love cool tones, it's so good. And the formula is beautiful. It blends in so easily. It wears so well throughout the day. And if you couldn't tell, I'm just on my cool tone train, and this is perfect. And I don't know if I would have discovered this or tried it had it not been for that little Revolve video. So that's why I wanted to mention it. Yeah, beautiful. Anastasia Beverly Hills is really doing the thing right now. They're bringing out some good stuff. What can I say? And those are all my beauty favorites. If you wanted to check out my last video that I did where it was like makeup, what did I title it? Beauty routine to glow for 2026 or something like that. But it's pretty much been my like everyday makeup routine with all the products that I've been loving. And then in my last vlog when I was in Miami, I also included like my kind of like under 5-minute no makeup look. So very much sprinkling all of these favorites in there. So I have to mention a Christmas gift that I got this year from my mom. I don't talk about like the menstrual cycle or periods and things too much. I don't know why. Honestly, it's like such a part of so many of our lives. It's more so because some people feel so strongly about products. So just know, I'm gonna talk about this, and I'd like to just speak about it frankly for a second, okay? So if you're queasy about things like that, you can just skip this part. But just to say, I don't love tampons. I will use them only on a needs must basis. If I have to wear it for whatever reason, I will, but usually when I shove a little tampon up there, it makes me feel queasy, like it hurts my belly. I don't know. And you see so many things about the products and the chemicals, and you know, there's definitely a time and a place for a tampon. Could I find some better options? Yes. I just choose to stay away from them if I can. I'm also like not into the, you know, people have emailed me about the Diva Cup before being like, you need to try that. You can feel strongly about it if you wish. Just let people be on their own journey, okay? If I don't want to use the Diva Cup, let me live. I don't want to be on an airplane or out in public and having to change. I'm just not interested. I'm a pad gal. I'm a pad gal, baby. Okay, all right. So just feel what you feel. Just let me be on my journey. I have to tell you that my mom, because of this, because I'm a pad gal, she got me a pair of NYX underwear. for Christmas. Here's my little pair, okay? And it was one of those things where I'm like, ugh, I was just skeptical, okay? I've seen so many ads, like their marketing is kind of aggressive, or it has been in the past, and I was like, oh, it's just one of those things where I didn't want to like be the guinea pig for this. I didn't want to test it. Also, I didn't know anyone who had tried them and could vouch for the fact that it worked. So I was a bit of a non-believer, but my mom got me a pair for Christmas, and I got my period shortly thereafter, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna test this for the people. Let me see if it works. First of all, it's so soft, so divine. And it worked. Oh my word, consider me converted to the NYX underwear world, because I was so shocked. I still don't really understand how it works, but it's a pair of underwear and there's a little pad that's in there, and it just collects everything. I got a size medium, in case you wondered, and then I went onto the website and proceeded to buy everything because I was like, wow, it worked. My life has been changed. This is fantastic. This is solving all of my problems. So I went on the website and I bought their cutie little boy shorts version. I bought some of their boxer pajama pants, and then I also bought the thongs, which I still don't know. This has to be tested. Sorry, I can only test things when I have my period, and it's coming up very shortly, so I'll report back on the thong. I'm a little bit skeptical about this one, but hello, love that. Absolutely life-changing. I also am very curious to see how the nude version works, but you can see it's underwear with the little pad on it. Why have I never tried this before? It's so great. Even if like the daily thongs don't necessarily work, I'm just so thrilled about having the boy underwear and just being so much more comfortable in bed and not having to just, you know, it's so much waste. And I hate it. This is so great. Dear my sweet mother, thank you for bringing NYX into my world. Did I go and buy every other product that they have? Yes. Yeah, that was such a great discovery. I just had to tell you this random fun fact that they worked. I have very heavy flow for my day 1 and 2, and it held it all together. I even tested it wearing white pants. I did. Because I just had to know. I had to know for sure before I told you about it. So just know from your friendly heavy flow neighbor. Approved. And my final little favorite that I wanted to mention from the month is my Kindle. I pulled the Kindle back out. Now, I had actually bought myself the box set of the Twilight series because I hadn't read Twilight since I was in grade 10. So how old are you in grade 10? 15 or 16? It's been... Surely not. Like, it's been many, many years since I read Twilight, and I was just curious. I had this itching, you know, reading for me right now is not educational. I'm not trying to learn things. I'm not trying to have my life changed. I'm just looking for pure comfort and entertainment in my books. And right now I'm just rereading a bunch of series. After this, I might even reread Throne of Glass because it's the mood that I'm in right now. I'm seeking peace this year. Peace and comfort and tranquility and more rest, okay? So I had gone and bought myself the box set of Twilight. I wanted to reread it. It's been so fun going back. My world is so different for sure. Like, my adult brain reading this feels very differently about Edward than I had before. I was reading Twilight and New Moon and I'm like, oh, I'm Team Jacob. Whereas in high school when I was reading it, I was like, Edward! Like, I was depressed reading New Moon. Like, it couldn't have been over fast enough. And this time I'm like reading New Moon, like, yeah, Team Jacob. Don't ask me to rewatch the movies though. Horrific. They need to be remade. Somebody please remake those horrible movies and make Edward as he should be and not with chest hair. He's supposed to be sparkling marble. Anyway, I was almost finished Eclipse and heading on to Breaking Dawn when I took my Miami trip, and so I did a double whammy and bought them on my Kindle. So that was wasteful of me, wasn't it? But I just wanted to say, really, my Kindle had been collecting dust for a year plus. Like, I truly forgot about it in a drawer. And Dan was like, are you seriously? I had put Eclipse and Breaking Dawn into my carry-on bag. And Dan was like, are you seriously gonna pack those 2 giant books? And I was like, you're right. I should go fish out my Kindle, okay? I was trying to save some dollars. I had already bought the box set, but God, the Kindle's so great. It really is. It's so good, and it's actually so much easier to read in bed with this instead of flipping a giant hardcover book, you know? So just wanted to give a little shout out to the Kindle and just let you know that I've been rereading Twilight. I'm almost done Breaking Dawn. It's almost over. If you guys have read anything recently that you're loving, please let me know your recommendations below because I'm gonna be out after this. I got nothing. I need something else to read. Give me some recs. And with that, my friends, that's everything that I've been loving this month. I hope you enjoyed my little roundup of empties, things I'm loving, some random fun little bits, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Please let me know anything that you have been loving for the first month of the year. I can't believe it's February! 1 month out of the year down, my friends. Let's continue the positive vibes. And thank you so much, as always, for being here and for watching. I'll see you all very, very soon for a new video. Bye!